Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another video. This is not a reaction, everybody. This is not a reaction, clearly. This is what I call a rewatch, where I rewatch a certain scene from a movie or a TV show. We just have fun, we just rewatch the sequence, talk about it like a reaction, but like I said, not a reaction. We're just here to have fun and rewatch a sequence from a movie or a TV show. Now the scene I'm rewatching today is from Captain America Civil War, the infamous, well, famous airport battle sequence. I cannot wait to jump into this. This was actually voted by my Patreon supporters over on Patreon. I posted a poll this morning saying, hey, out of the 4 videos here, one was a rewatch, this one, and the other 3 were reactions. Which one should I check out? And this won the poll. So if you guys want to be a part of those polls from time to time, where I upload a poll on Patreon and say, hey, I want to check out a video, which out of the 4 you guys will have access, patreon.com/Chainsaw Reacts. That's where you go if you guys want to be a part of those polls from time to time. So yeah. So anyways, I'm pretty excited. Now I was going through uploads of the airport battle sequence on YouTube and trying to find the best one. And this one I came across seems to be the best one because it really features mainly the fight sequence. The only issue is that a lot of dialogue is cut, because if you upload the entire airport sequence from start to finish, it's copyright issue. So yeah, I didn't want to go to like the split ones, like part 1, part 2, part 3, and put them all in one video because copyright. So understand that going into this rewatch, we're only going to be seeing mainly the fight sequences, and all the dialogue is cut. I know that's, you know, kind of cutting all the other good stuff out, because the dialogue, I think, in this scene was pretty good. But in order to get around copyright, we had a lot of that was cut out. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into it now. Captain America Civil War airport battle fight sequence rewatch. Let's jump into it, guys, and rewatch this epic sequence. Okay, let's go.
Brody, you want to take Cap? Got 2 in the terminal, Wilson and Barnes.
I love this. Dragon. Oh. The triple kick. That triple kick was so good.
Sorry, Cap, this won't kill you, but it ain't gonna tickle either.
That was good. Yes.
You have a metal arm?
Aw, okay. I was kind of hoping those would stick around a little bit longer. Yeah, I can definitely see a difference. Spidey sense.
Hey, buddy, I think you lost this.
That was such a quick moment. If you didn't catch it, it's like, oh yeah, Spidey sense. This was a good moment first. I feel like Scarlet Witch didn't do a lot in this fight besides just pulling stuff and then blocking and throwing people. I mean, she can't physically go hand to hand with some of these people, but you know what I mean. Oh, that was such a good moment. Turn the volume a little bit.
Those wings carbon fiber?
Yeah, that whole sequence cut there. I didn't understand that part there, where he like runs in as soon as he kicks. Like, okay, was he gonna try to stop him or something? Come on! Mm-hmm. I was in the theater, geeking the fuck out. Yeah! Oh. It still gets me. It still gets me. It's so good. Their fight earlier in the film, Bucky and Black Panthers, was really good. Yeah, they cut that. Oh, careful. This was like really personal.
Why did you run?
I mean, obviously Bucky didn't do it, but you know, it was a very personal moment for Black Panther. He's like, Jesus. See? She just gets in the middle of someone's fight and throws them. Oh. That was good. Good technique. He's gonna try it again and boom. Look at the strength. Oh man. Good movements. Oh yeah.
Arrow guy, let's go.
I'm so glad they teased this in the trailer. That shot right there where he was on it. It was a good moment.
Ready? Oh, you're gonna have to take this into the shop. It's your conscience.
It's your conscience.
A lot these days. Ready?
Deploying fire suppression system.
Yep. Better run.
I got something kind of big. But I
Oh.
can't hold it very long. On my signal,
Here we
I'm
go.
like hell. And if I tear myself in half,
I was so mad because someone posted a non-spoiler review of this movie before it came out, and they said this movie gave me this. This movie gave me Giant Man versus Spider-Man. I'm like, spoiler! Fucking piece of shit. Pissed me off. But it wasn't a humongous spoiler because we kind of figured Ant-Man was introduced. We're gonna eventually see the giant version of him, you know. And also too, Vision didn't do a lot in this either. That was such a cool team up there. He's like, what the hell?
you want to get to them? You gotta go through me.
Honestly, John, adding this in added a whole new dynamic to this sequence. Oh, they cut that part. I was kind of almost like, I'm Clint or whatever he said. He's like, I don't care. Yeah, you can't take him on one-on-one. And honestly, Black Widow is a better fighter than Hawkeye. That was good. Swinging nothing now. I feel like if they used Vision too much in this sequence, then it would have been kind of one-sided. Like, clearly Vision's, you know, the strongest out of them. But I don't know. Scarlet Witch was able to take him down. So, I mean, and then they showed in Avengers Infinity War that, well, spoiler, but I mean, the movie's been out forever. Empire. Scarlet Witch was able to destroy an Infinity Stone, so they made her stronger. Should pay closer attention. Boom. Down. Wow. That's it. Okay, well, I thought it was longer, but then again, all those cuts. Jesus. That emotional sequence. So, there you have it. That's the rewatch. I know a lot of it was cut. I'm very sorry, guys. I can't help it. Can't help it. I don't tell you. This honestly blew me away. And what I loved about the promotional stuff leading up to this film is that they showed bits and pieces of the airport fight sequence. Man, they hit a lot of stuff. They hit a lot of stuff. And honestly, adding Spider-Man into Civil War, I think, was a really smart idea. Because the more I think about it, it really was the introduction for Tony and Peter's relationship. And what that relationship means for Peter and what that relationship means for Tony. Tony's being protective, but Peter, like, sees him as a father figure. And this was the jump start to that. You know, Homecoming had that. Infinity War had that, and then the ending. But this was really a good way to do it because this was ultimately a Captain America film, except Civil War felt like an Avengers 2.5 or an Avengers 3 in a situation because there were so many characters involved. And yes, Captain America, if you look at the runtime of each character's screen time, I think Captain America had a few more minutes of screen time versus Iron Man. But it focused on Iron Man's side too because they also had to give equal opportunity for both sides of their argument, because if Civil War was mostly one-sided, then this whole thing of choose your side or whatever, this whole thing they were really pushing for promotional stuff about, are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man? If they really focused more on Captain America's side and not so much on Iron Man's side and didn't really give a lot of context to why Iron Man thinks this way and why Cap thinks this way, then it would have been one-sided and it wouldn't have been fair. But the fact is they gave equal opportunity, equal amount of time, my personal opinion, for both sides for you to pick, and even leading up to it, they gave you promotional stuff for you to see who's on what side and who's on this side, who's on this side, and you get to pick which side you're on. And then the movie, I think, gave the equal amount of time to really dive into both of their ideology and what they really think about the Sokovia Accords and all this nonsense. But Black Panther's introduction and Spider-Man introduction in this film is phenomenal. And that 3-kick spin he does early on in the sequence, Black Panther, me and my friend sitting next to me, Thomas, we flipped our shit. we lost our collective shit. He had a full bucket of popcorn. And when that 3-kick hit where Black Panther went bam, bam, bam on the shield and went higher and higher and higher as he twisted and kicked, my friend Thomas holding his popcorn, he like jumped and popcorn like flew up in the air. It was such a great moment because it was so freaking cool. Because Black Panther, I think they did a fantastic job with Chadwick Boseman being casted. And the design of the suit looks good. And man, he is a force to be reckoned with. This is overall just a phenomenal scene. It still blows me away. I haven't seen this movie since last year, and you saw how excited I was getting at some parts of that sequence. Even though a lot of it was cut out, and like I said, I'm very sorry once again. It was still a great moment because this scene is just beautiful. It's so well done. It's not taking itself too seriously, because I know in the comics this storyline is way more serious. But in the context of this movie, they had to switch it up because the MCU, the foundation of the MCU is different than the comics, so they had to go a different route with that. And so I like how this fight sequence wasn't like, oh, they're just playing around. Like, there was some serious stuff going on, but it wasn't like a, do or die situation. Now, ultimately, the final sequence where we find out that Bucky actually killed Tony's parents, that's a little bit different. That fight sequence was more to the death situation, if you will. And I'm curious to see, in Avengers 4, we don't know what's going to exactly happen. We got some theories, but it made sense in Infinity War that Bucky and Iron Man were not in the same room. It made sense. And now, for Avengers 4, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm curious to see. There's a lot of theories of who's going to live, who's going to come back, because they're going to bring the people who got dusted back. The people who died from the snap, they're going to return. But we'll see. But I really enjoyed this sequence, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And let me know in the comment section below, guys, what were some of your favorite parts of this fight sequence. And yeah, I'm just curious to know. So anyways, that's the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys soon.